So the first thing that you have to do to plugin to work, you have to check that it's enabled in the plugins menu, and that's it. You can use it. So how to use it? The basics. For example, we have here the trigger box and a cube. We step inside the trigger box, nothing happens. And we want to send an event on a moment we enter the trigger area. So we open this blueprint. There is the overlap event here, and we just need to call the send event node. The sender of the event is ourselves, and we have to select the name of the event. We're using gameplay tags for it. It helps with the hierarchy and ordering of the events. Very useful. So I have a bunch of them here. So let's create the new one, new gameplay tag. Let's call it trigger start. The child parent structure is divided by the dot. So if I create the event like this with a dot, we use the default gameplay tags as a source, add new tag. And here we have the trigger as a parent event and start as a child. And I can select the start. You see trigger start. I can select the trigger, only the parent as an event. Yeah, and that's it. Now we will receive our event in a cube. In the cube here we have an event that changes the color of the cube, and we will call this on the event received. For this we use subscribe node. So which event we will listen to? Trigger start. And for the callback we create the event that will fire when we receive this event. And here we just call the start color change cycle. Start. Boom. Let's see. So we enter the trigger box, and you see the cube changes its colors, cycling through the colors. And that's how you use the ultimate event system. That's it. So I added two more actors on a scene. Here is just the finish trigger. It also the same logic as the first one, just sends an event, trigger overlap finish. And this pad, it has logic to go up and down. So we will subscribe to an event, then our cube changes its color. So the cube, when it's changing its color, it sends an event called cube color changed. We will subscribe to it. Demo cube color changed. And also what we will do, we will subscribe. The subscribe node can subscribe to multiple events or on all events. If you press this boolean, it will subscribe to every event that you fire in the game. Let's untick that. So, but we want to subscribe not only on a cube color change, but also on a trigger overlap finish. That one, when we trigger this event. And what we will do is we will check which event is we received with the switch on gameplay tag node, trigger overlap finish, or color changed, or trigger overlap finish. So if cube changed its color, we want to go up, but only if the color of the cube is yellow. How are we gonna do that? We need to know the color of the cube after the change, and for this we have a payload. So we firing start color change cycle. It's cycling through itself with 6 different colors. And all we need to do is just take this array element, the material, and just send it to the payload. Now our event that is firing also consists the color of the material of the cube. Now on the path side, we just use payload and node get payload to unpack the packaged payload. So there will be our material inside of it. So now its value is a wildcard, and we have to connect it on the same value type as the one that we put inside of an event when we send it. So here we have the material interface variable type. We'll create a new one, cube color, call it material interface object reference, and we set it. So what we're gonna do, if we check if this one is yellow, if it's yellow, we what do we do? We go up. And if it's false, then what we're gonna do, we will check If the cube's color is blue, okay, if it's blue, then we go down. Go up and go down, we use these two functions. And that's how we use payloads to manipulate our logic in a game. So you see, purple, red, yellow, it go up, blue, it go down. That's it. That's how we use payloads. And also about when we're triggering the final box here, final trigger, on a pad, we're catching this event, trigger allow finish, and we will just use the logic that I prepared. We just go up. If it's down right now, we go up. If it's upstairs, we just stop. Easy logic. For a cube, we can just use subscribe again on a trigger allow finish, a new custom event, and we will destroy our cube when we will receive it. Let's check. Up, red, yellow, we up, jump, jump, up, and that's how we have the final gameplay loop here. Yeah, and more about the advanced things here about payloads. You can use any variable type and put inside it, but what it does under the hood is it's packaging it in a struct, instant struct. Instant structs are the best and the most optimized new technology inside of Unreal Engine. It's from 5.1, but it became stable on 5.3. That's why the oldest version that it has is 5.3, is because instant structs became stable on this version of the Unreal Engine, and it's very fast optimized. It's much better than UObjects. A lot of plugins for the same broadcast events, whispering events, are using UObjects. UObjects is worse in everything. So, but you can use the instant struct yourself and put it here. And this is the best practice in games. So how to do this? You just create a struct. Maybe I have one already. Let me check content. As damage info. Okay, you just create a struct and you add as many variables as you want here. You're not restricted to send only one parameter here. You send the struct with as many variables as you want. Very cool feature, and why this is best practice, and this is better than just sending one node here, one variable like this, is because like half a year later, you have a sender of the event, you have 5 subscribers, 10,000 subscribers to it, and you want to change something. You want to send not only the player health here, for example, but also players state, players main mana, I don't know. And if you're not doing the structs, you'll have to go to every subscriber and change the receiving here when you get unpack your payload receiving logic here. But if you're using the structs, you can just add the new variable here, and that's it. Nothing breaks. Very useful. So this is the best practice. You can use like make as damage info, just send it here and place the data that you want and just receive it on other side. For example, get payload, and here you use break as how's it called, damage info. Bam. That's it. You use these variables. Very simple. So the next thing that I want to explain is switch on payload nodes. There is 2 utility node that can be useful to you. I thought about it under UES utilities. There is get payload type and switch on payload type nodes. It's useful when you want some routing based on a payload that came with this event. For example, if you have a subscriber that subscribed to many events, and these events have different payloads, and you want to route your logic based on that, you can use the get payload type. And you can here and here you can see the high level type of this data that came here. Maybe it can be useful to you. And also there is a node called get switch on payload type. This is basically the same node as a switch on gameplay tag. The same, but for the payload type. For example, here you can select the first flow. The first ping will be for payload that is a name. Second will be for the payload that is a, I don't know, actor, and etc, etc, etc. Maybe it can be useful. Tau, something here, something here. Enjoy. So next thing I want to talk about is how hierarchying works here. For example, in the start trigger box, when we're sending the trigger start event, we can check the trigger parent text. How the gameplay text works. If we send trigger start, if we subscribe on a trigger, the parent tag, it will not work. because it's checking exactly the tag that you are sending and you're subscribed to. But if we check the trigger parent tags here, sending this event also will trigger the subscribers that subscribe to the parent of the event we're sending, and grandparent. So if we send trigger start and here we subscribe to the trigger, and this boolean is ticked, it will work. You see. Oh, so what we didn't cover yet, unsubscribe node. I think you already understand what it does. You just select the event that this actor, if it has subscription to some event, it will unsubscribe if you select this event here. Or you can unsubscribe this actor from all events that it's subscribed to before. So that's it. Also, last but not least, there is some debugging tools inside the plugin. You can use the two console commands. First one is ultimate events toggle overlay. You will see it on the top right corner. It shows the active subs, unique tags, event send. You see up. And somehow our code didn't change its color. Why? 1 second. I see. Let's do it the second time. Toggle overlay, PAM. And it shows recent events and who is subscribed to these events, how many subs. It can be useful to you. And also there is a command to check all the subscribers on a specific event. Shows it on an output log. Here, Ultimate Event System, active subscriptions. On a demo cube color change tag, there is one subscriber. Here it is. 2 subscribers on a finish event. And on trigger start, there's 1 subscriber. Yeah, it also can be useful. We also have the get even subscribers not inside the code. You can select the tag that you want, and it will output the array of subscribers of this specific events that you select here. You can select the multiple, or also include the parents. If you select it, it will also show the subscriber of demo trigger overlap events, not only the child. And the last node that we have here is get event system stats. I thought maybe it can be useful for, I don't know, some HUD, your personal automated tests or something like this. And here's also the settings of the plugin here. The plugin is cleaning the remove subscriptions every X seconds that you select here. Just loop protection, and there's logging settings. For example, if you check this one, it will also log the events that's firing in the game. It show the details of this event, who subscribed to it. It is for HUD, that overlay that shows on the right top corner. It will also show the subscribers, not only events that's firing. And the last one about get payload warnings. There is a warning mechanism in the get payload node. If you expect to get to unpack some data from the payload, but you do not send anything, see, it's empty. It will give you the warning. Errors, warnings reported. You see, event payload is empty or invalid. So this last setting, it controls when this warning will show up. If you mismatch the type that you send and you want to unpack from the payload, for example, if here was not material interface but material instance, it will show the warning. Type mismatch only, or if payload is empty and you try to extract something from it, it will also show the warning, or never show it. I use the type mismatch only, and it will help when you're building your game. You will see the warnings when there's a problem with your payloads when you extract them. So, okay, if you watched the video till the end, I want to say a couple words for myself. I'm also creating a game, and my game is highly reliable on events. That's why I checked almost every plugin on the market that is focusing on dispatching, broadcasting, events, etc., etc. There is simply no plugin like this on the market right now. A lot of plugins using UObjects for a payload. It means if I want to use some variable, if I have some variable here, and I want to send it with my event, I cannot just plug it in like this. I can't. I just have to go to content drawer, check my structuring of my project, think where I have to create my UObject. In the UObject, I have to create a variable, and then I have to put that UObject in some specific node, and then plug it inside the event. It's hard. I have my parameter here. I just want to plug it in like this. That's it. There was no plugins like this on the market. There was no plugins with this level of optimization. I did my homework here. I researched everything. This event system can be fired on event tick, and also about control. There is no a lot of plugin that is using event tags, and this is very useful. You can structure, you can see all of your events, you can structure them, and also the plugin that can use dynamic events with that. Like I can create gameplay text from the string and write whatever I want. A lot of control. Debugging also. There is always problem with these types of event systems, that when you have a lot of factors, you do not know which sender is triggering some event. For example, on one object, there is an event that is firing, and you do not understand why is it firing, where. You always have a sender here, you can check. You have debugging commands, you have debugging overlay. So you will not get lost in a forest here, you know. Yeah, that's it. I'm just wanted to say that I myself super happy with this plugin and using it everywhere. I will use it in every game. It doesn't have like millions of nodes. It's very easy to use despite its complexity. Like it's all the nodes that it has. It doesn't have like million of subscribe nodes, one to subscribe one event, a second node to subscribes like multiple events, third node to subscribe all events. It doesn't have like game instance that I have to get game instance, and from it I have to like call the nodes. No, you just have the library, and you can call nodes just like this, very easy. So to make things short, I just want to say to watch this video. I hope it will be useful somehow to you, and goodbye.